Yeah, yeah. Coming up on Mental Health Marty, community partnerships, because representation really does matter. Stay tuned. What's up, everyone? Yes, it's me, it's Martina Sellers, your mental health hygienist, coming to you live, always in living color in Southern California. And you know, we used to say it never rains in Southern California. We've been getting a lot of rain, so we should no longer be in this drought. But we are so grateful for the rain, and we are so grateful for another sunshiny day. Just like the theme song says, it's time to enjoy your life. And we are so glad that you are here today. Listen, we have been on a little bit of a hiatus because life happens. Life has been happening over here. Got some new things on the horizon and some new projects, some new things that we're doing. And so expect some great things coming out. Trying to get my children's book out to you by Easter. So definitely, Jasmine, thank you for doing all the work out there. And got my brother from another mother online, and he's out here trying to make sure by the fall that we get finally the Stop the Stinking Thinking journal out. And we are doing what is that, Daryl? I thought I was. Okay, thank you. Thank you. The Mac in the back says, look at the camera, look at the camera. So we're so grateful that you are here tonight. But let us know that you're listening. Let us know you're live. We are going to be back. We are back on schedule. We have a new series that's going to be jumping off starting next month, talking about theology and therapy. Oh, I'm so excited about that. And we're going to have all different walks of life joining us and just talking about the discussion and really helping to change the narrative about what we believe about our spirituality and therapy. Just because you have a mental health disorder does not mean that you're demonized or anything else like that. But we're going to save that for that discussion. Let us know where you're listening from. Give us a shout out, y'all. But let me remind you why we do what we do. What is the purpose of the Mental Health Marty Show? I am so glad you asked. The Mental Health Marty Show is intended for educational and psychoeducational purposes only. We are not a substitute for you seeing your medical doctor, your psychiatrist, your therapist, your mental health leader, or anyone else, but we are just simply a supplement to your treatment plan and your health care that you already should be actively involved with. However, if you're experiencing any type of psychiatric emergency, please go to your nearest urgent care, dial 911 or the new mental health line at helpline at 988. Did that sound radio professional enough for you? You know, hey, we're trying to do what we can. Listen, but we are just here because we want to help to stop the stinking thinking as it pertains to mental health in our BIPOC, Black and Brown communities. Why? Because too many of us are secretly suffering in silence in the shadow of shame. But y'all know how I say it. It's time that we speak up, speak out, and live. Now, how do you get engaged with us? I'm glad you asked that question as well. How do you get engaged, and how do you engage in the conversations as we are live on Facebook and some other platforms? But if you want us to see your comments and you want to dialogue with us, we ask that you jump on the YouTube page. The YouTube page. I say, you know how you're getting old, we put the in front of everything. The YouTube page. Dial over, go over to Mental Health Marty and subscribe and hit the like button. When you hear that ding, that lets you know that you have successfully subscribed to us and that you will be notified every time we have a live show. But today in this topic, we want to talk about community partnerships and why representation matters. Why representation matters. Listen, we need to learn how to do things together. Too often we can have the crabs in a barrel mentality and really think about, well, I got mine, you get yours. But do you know there are so many people out there that we can reach, that we can help, that we can collectively get more of the dollars and cents, make our dollars and cents stretch a lot farther than what they can and what they do if we just do community collaborations and we support each other. And that's what I want to make sure. Listen, I'm so glad with she's not a guest. She's a regular reoccurring co-host of this show. She has her own show on Monday evenings at 7 p.m. on Instagram. She is my sister. She is doing extraordinary, great work. And I am so proud to partner with her, none other than Brit Morris and My Legacy House. Brit.
Hi, Marty.
How are you, darling? You
I'm
look
doing
absolutely
well.
amazing as always.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You're glowing, boo. You're glowing.
Listen, I've been excited about just you coming back on the show, but more importantly, I am so excited about, and we'll talk to our guests, our viewers and everything later on about everything that you're doing with My Legacy House and the fundraiser that's happening this weekend. Yes. Have you been getting any rest? I know this is so exciting, and I'm excited. I can't wait.
No, I have not gotten any rest. My friends keep saying, girl, you running the streets, and they don't know that's My Legacy House streets. I'm like, yes, I have not gotten any rest, especially this week because we're crunched to 3.5 days.
Yes.
So I've just been working, and then I have my day job too. So it's crazy.
Well, we hear you. Brit, Kate, for those who may not know who you are, which I cannot believe anyone on my show does not know who you are, but can you please explain My Legacy House and where, because everything starts and begins at home, and where all of that came from?
Absolutely. So I am one of the founders of My Legacy House, the Morris Young Legacy House Incorporated. We're a 501c3 federal nonprofit organization providing holistic mental health and social services here on the ground in Los Angeles County, but virtually we're worldwide. Every Monday night, we go live on Instagram and we host a life skills a discussion because we are basically centered around e-mentorship and empowerment in order to boost mental health. Holistically. What we do is with our enrollees in our program, our free programs, we pair them with a mentor who walks with them for 52 weeks, 1 year of their life while achieve a goal or just have an accountability partner for that time period to kind of level out the deficiencies they feel that they may have and to strengthen the strengths that they have. And we also give them 1 year of free therapy and 1 year of physical fitness training because that's all a part of holistic mental health. So that's what we're doing, and that's what we're raising funds for. But that's My Legacy House where everything.
Yes. Give us that tagline again. Where everything what?
Where everything starts at home.
That's right. Everything does start at home. We met. It's been over a year now. I'm going on close to 2 years now, if I'm not mistaken. And I just fell in love with your entire family. So I'm a part of the Morris family, but I really fell in love with what you stand for. And after getting just a glimpse of your family, the first time we met, sad occasion was at your mother's amazing homegoing celebration. But I got to know so much about you by just you inviting me to be a part of that celebration, because that's what it was. It was a true celebration. And I'm not gonna lie, I got upset. I'm like, well, how did so many other people that I knew had a chance and opportunity to know your family, and I'm like, oh no, I'm going on the family vacations, I'm coming over for the dinner and the cookout, because everything does begin at home. I'm gonna start my home at your home, and then I'm gonna weed out. But it was so beautiful. Yes. Where did this whole concept of, I love this, e-mentorship, where did that come from? And where did you dream of such an amazing concept of making a difference in our community?
Well, in 2019, my brother, Lorenzo Young, who is the other founder of My Legacy House, he works in IT for a major mental health nonprofit organization in Los Angeles. And me being in law enforcement, I got to see the other side of the crisis of mental health deterioration.
Yes.
And so we could start a nonprofit to help facilitate some services. And at the time, it's still in school, and I was like, yeah, cool. Not right now. I gotta pass school. Like, this is not happening right now. 2020, and the pandemic shut everything down. And the pandemic ironically revealed so much of the deterioration of mental health, particularly in my immediate, participation of life. My brothers, and I had finished school, and I was like, you know what, we need to do this. And a friend invited me to another brother's podcast, and it was called the Black Men's Experience. And I was a wall in that particular podcast, and it was hosted on Instagram. I loved the format, and I would interact with them in the chat. And after a while, kind of like with your live, I got invited to actually be featured on the podcast, and I loved the interaction community that we're building. And so when it came time for us to say, okay, we're going to do holistic mental health, how are we going to do that? And then it was mentorship. Then it was like, the world is shut down, we're not allowed to be social, how are we going to do this? Ooh, Instagram Live. We'll do this format where we discuss things and still build community.
I love it.
Still communicate. So that's where the e-mentorship came from. And I figure we all have the answers, even if none of us do. But collectively, we get to, put our minds together on problem solving, on different experiences we had, where we can pull from each other's toolboxes, because that's what we're supposed to be doing as a collective. And that just started to kind of cultivate and grow, and people started catching on, and people started joining, and then people started joining every week. And then you found your way in, and just like,
it was just too amazing for me not to be a part of. It really is. It really is. And so I applaud the amazing work that you've done from grassroots. And a lot of times people don't understand the commitment, the sacrifice that it takes to take a grassroots organizations, My Legacy House, to take it from concept to actual execution, and to do it well, and now to support so many people. Again, I applaud you and salute you, and just love the work that you're doing. So yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We got some more guests coming up. So next, another community partner. This amazing doctor. I had the privilege of meeting him about. Wow, we've been friends now for about 5 years, and he's also partnered with you as well, Brit, and he has an amazing book that we're going to highlight, and we definitely recommend that we're going to demand that you go pick this up, because it's worth it, and it's none other than the author of Joker to King, none other than Dr. Robert Brown.
Ooh, I love that introduction. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I absolutely love being on this show. You are awesome.
Man, we love what you do, and I love it because iron sharpens iron, and I know that I'm a stronger man because of the two of you, and Dr. B, just even your grooming me and how to be an author and what that comes from. So for those, although this is not your first time on the show, for those who may not have seen you before, can you please tell us all the great things: an author, a professor, a father, a husband, a big brother, all those things that we wear many, many hats. Talk to us, Dr. B.
I love it. No problem at all. Well, I am a college professor. I teach
Yes, sir.
writing. I teach African American literature. I teach critical thinking and rhetoric. And as an English professor, writing is at the heart of who I am. And so I wanted to
Yes.
also teach other people how to write and publish their books. And so I do that as well. Um, I am a published author. This is the book Joker to
Yes.
King. Joker to
Yes.
King, second edition. The first edition was written 2016. This is the post-pandemic second edition of Joker to King, updated with new chapters. And I'm also
Wow.
a certified personal development coach. I work with people to develop their relationships, their emotional mastery, their even their financial literacy, and their way in the world. So,
Wow.
as a mental health advocate, this is really, really important to me. My goal is to help develop some strong men in this world.
I love it. I love it. Brit, y'all so bomb. I love it. Wait a minute. But Brit, right before we get on the show, he shows us he's got a new product that goes with Joker the King. What is this new product?
Oh my gosh, I got a couple. First, I got the Joker the King deck of cards. And
Yes.
for those people who have the book, the book is awesome. But the deck of cards,
Yeah.
as you're playing spades, you're looking at the cards, and all the lessons are written on each card so that you can play and learn at the same time.
So when I run a Boston up on you, I'm going to teach you all along the way. Bam!
There you go.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So listen. We got one more guest we want to bring on with us. I heard he just got in the waiting room, so we're so glad to have him. This is the first time this brother is on the show, and we're so glad to have him. He has his own clothing line. He's the fitness guru, right, Miss Britt? And
Yes.
listen, when I met the Rocket Man, I'm like, this Joker kind of tall and everything when we did that video shoot. but he has been a faithful on your show, and I love it that we have Black men doing mentorship for other Black men. So glad to have none other than the Rocket Man himself from My Legacy House.
What's
Rocket!
going on?
What's up, man?
What's up? Man,
I'm gonna play that Elton John song, Rocket Man. Da, 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 da. Hey, get Rocket some theme music, Brit. Rocket Man, hey, thank you.
What's going on, Doc?
Doing all right, man.
Hey,
Thank you for joining us.
I still need that book. I'm waiting for as soon as my cousin get that book, I'm about to have to go take it from him and read it.
No. I got yours. I'm going to see you this weekend. I got you.
You got to go see us on Saturday. Yeah. Rocket, we in the house now. But Rocket, welcome to the show, man. So glad that you're here. Tell the viewers who may not know who you are and all the amazing things that you do with My Legacy House, from playing ball, getting the fitness, your brand, what you're doing. Talk to us about all the great things that you're doing as a strong Black man doing the business.
All right, so I go by Jashay Rocket. I'm from Long Beach, California. I wear a lot of hats, and I didn't even know that I was wearing these hats. But so number one, I am a male mentor for My Legacy House, and I've been mentoring for a while. I didn't even know it. Brit had to bring that up.
Right.
A trainer. I played professional basketball for 15 years. I got a clothing line called Humble Beginnings that I'm getting off the ground. I'm a bodyguard. I do a lot of different things. Like,
yeah. So,
I just try to help wherever I can and try to plant seeds in all these different places. So this was a big, this is love right here, getting the opportunity to, be on these platforms and speak with people, the people that I look up to, people that I strive to, the information that you guys have is just so influential. So I'm just I'm real big on learning. So I've learned hey, learning don't stop after you get out of school. So everybody that I encounter, that I run into, man, I'm always seeing what I can learn from this person.
Yeah, love it, man. Love it, love it, love it. So let's start here in the question: why is it so important that we, since the topic really is about community partnerships, why is it important that we as a people especially learn how to do better job of collaboration? Because when we look at it, when we talk about Jewish dollars and their communities, they will allow that dollar to circulate in their community almost 20 times before it leaves out. In our even in our Hispanic and Asian communities, 10, 12, 15 times. But in our community, it goes out faster than it comes in. And why is it so important? Go ahead,
like
Rocky.
an hour or something like that? Like
right.
Black dollar stays like an hour or something's crazy, right? Like
yeah, whether it's an hour or 1 day or 50 seconds is. But why is it important, Brit? I'm going to ask you that question, especially when we're dealing with where you're at, My Legacy House. Why is it imperative that we do a better job of supporting Black businesses, BIPOC businesses, with Black women in business, Black men? Why is it important that we start doing a much better job of that?
I think it's important because we start to eradicate the boundaries that have been set up for us systemically, historically, generationally. We've been taught not to trust each other, and so inherently not to trust ourselves. And so I think it's important to start breaking those down, even if it's incrementally, right? If people see the four of us working together and we're doing something impactful, then it gives them at least an idea that they can do the same in a small way. Like just the way that I found Rocky with his podcast, The Black Men's Experience, that gave me the idea of how to facilitate My Legacy House, and so then that led me to you, and you led me to Dr. Brown. And so just to see that kind of like sphere of influence gets stronger and bigger, I think that's why it's so important, because if you go a little bit, if you just take a step, eventually those steps turn into more. And so I think that's why it's important, because it shows everybody else that we can do it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Dr. B, same. Go ahead, Rocky.
No, I definitely have to agree, because it is something that we tend to look at each other as competition. And we tend to compete against one another instead of understanding if us as a culture is competing with other cultures, then if I'm looking at my brother, my sister, why am I not helping them? Why am I not pushing forward their business? Because if I push forward them, that push forwards us. So now when I go to look at my legacy that I'm leaving behind, I'm leaving good. I got good soil. I'm planning on good soil when I have a community of people that I know that we're sticking together. So that's what it mainly is about. It's about really bringing people together. And that's why I even came up with the Black Man's Experience. When I even met Brit, I was so concerned with coming together and figuring this out together. I was like, I was thinking of a name, and I was just like, the Black Man's Experience was the first thing that came up. And I'm like, I'm going to just give you my experience of how I experience life and how we see it from a male's perspective, and how there are males that are out here trying to understand and want to be a pillar in their community and just have no idea how to, or haven't seen people help them. So we all tend to be like, I'm going to do it on my own, and watch, when I get it, then everybody going to see me. Everybody else, if you notice, every other culture has had help. We're the only ones that think that we can do it by ourselves and be at the top by ourselves.
That part.
And then we can bring people up. I'm like, I'm going to bring people up as I'm taking these steps. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Yeah, come on. Hey, we going over here. We about to go check out. Come on, let's go. Because now when I come to you, when I come to the table and you see my surroundings, my background, and everybody that's with me, you like, hey, they got a team. We stronger together.
Right. Yeah, no, Rocket, I totally agree with you in strength in numbers, and strength in being intentional, also about being intentional about who we put around us who are doing great work as well. And that's why, My Legacy House, it was a no-brainer. Rocket, no-brainer. Dr. B, no-brainer, because all y'all are striving. Listen, we all in this together, and wherever we can break off a little love to each other, listen, it's just going to strengthen our organizations. And I love even the partnerships that we're creating. Dr. B, especially as you are a college professor and all of that, why is it really important, even not only creating community and partnerships in our community, but even how you see it in the educational system with helping our students there.
Mhm. You know, it's not possible to do this alone. All of us,
Mm,
we need that support. We need that help.
yes.
And we live in a culture in this country that keeps praising and putting all this value on this rugged individualism, knowing good and well
Right.
that nobody successful did it by themselves.
Hmm.
It's not possible.
Right.
I like what Brit said about breaking some of those barriers and bringing more equity to some of these black businesses. We need to partner with other black businesses so that we can close some of these gaps, so that we can circulate these dollars. But we also know that we have to act as a family. It really is a
Yes.
family. I know what my people need. I
Hmm.
can serve my folks like nobody else can. There's this
Right.
that African proverb: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna put
That's
that on a
good.
t-shirt too, Britt.
There you go.
Listen, t-shirt moment. T-shirt alert.
T-shirt
That's a
moment.
t-shirt moment. That's exactly right.
Yes. Yes.
Where the best sound effects? The beep, 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 beep. T-shirt alert. Let's go.
Yeah. Daryl, we need sound effects next. What has partnerships done for each of us individually? Because it does take a village. I remember going to college, and when I was playing around, Rocket, I thought I was in love, and one summer I blew all of my check dating this girl. And so I had to go back to school. A brother had nothing. And so my mama wouldn't let me come home. She goes, you was dating all summer, so date and find a way to get back into school. So but the community part was, it was Miss Ophelia from the lunchroom she snuck me in and made sure I ate every day. And it's those type of things. And I wish I could contact her, because she was part of the village that partnered with me. She says, listen, I didn't go to college, but I work at this college. I'm going to make sure you get your degree in that regards. But Britt, what has partnerships and those maybe even behind you and those who have poured into you caused you to think differently?
You know what's so interesting? I don't think anyone has been behind me. I think everyone has
Mm,
surrounded me and
that's
either,
good.
but nobody is following me. We're all going together. And so what I think
Ooh,
that when I'm surrounded by my people, I'm surrounded by people who love me, people who love me without even
yes.
knowing. And it gives me confidence, and it gives me confirmation that I'm doing the right thing for the right reasons for the right
Yes.
people.
Yes.
And so what partnerships does is it fortifies your purpose, and accelerates your drive. And so I think that is the biggest thing, is that partnerships really, really bolster and really kind of amplify the energy that you put into a project or a passion piece that you're engaging in, because nobody can make it alone, like you said. So that's what partnerships
Yeah.
do.
I love that, because that was correcting me, because a lot of times we think the people who are behind you, but I love it. You have those surrounding you. Rocket, talk to us about, even from an athletic point of view, because my philosophy on athletes, especially from schools, that we use you as a commodity, and after have taken
Mhm.
everything and used everything we can from you, we toss you aside and use the next one that comes along. But how was that journey, and who were the ones that surrounded you to help push you to the amazing black man that you are today?
So I was fortunate enough to understand at a young age that, hey, college was going to be something that I was going to use, so my mama wouldn't
Mm,
have to pay for college. Because if
got it.
she would have had to pay for me to go to college, I probably wouldn't have went. So I was like,
Right.
hey, I want to do this so I can take a burden off my mom, so I can,
Right.
help myself to get educated. So then when I got to
Right.
that, when I got to the higher ups in basketballs, when I started playing D1, it was more so okay, Now, what am I supposed to get from this? I didn't think that I was going to go play pro. I didn't play basketball to play pro. I played basketball so I could pay for school.
Mm.
So my mindset was different of when I thought about sports. I like, even when I talk to Brit now and I talk to my homeboys, people are like, yo, you been watching the games? I don't watch basketball. I played
Mm.
it. It was an avenue for me. I used it
Mm-hmm.
to meet and greet with people, but I never was hung up on I was trying to be a basketball player. It was just something that I did.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
everybody that I met and all the places that I had the opportunity to go to, I used it as a tool to help me build community
Wow.
around me. So I like meeting
Yeah.
friends from coaches to trainers. I'm learning. Like I'm a person that really sits in a room and I'll be quiet and I'll absorb. I'm a sponge. I'll
Mm-hmm.
absorb,
Mm-hmm.
absorb. Then I'll ask
Mm-hmm.
questions. Then I'll go look it up
Mm-hmm.
later. So then the next time when we come back to it, you're like, yo, how long you? I did my homework. Don't worry about it. So the community
Yeah.
was just so big. Like, so even just from a sports standpoint, having guys that supported me and what we had in our passion, we had this same mindset. We wanted to win games. How do you win?
Right.
We have to be on the same page. You have to be good. You're only as good as your
That's
weakest player.
good.
So I was
That's
big
good.
on.
Yes.
Hey, I'm in the gym. I'm the guy that's starting, but I know this other guy that having a hard time. Hey, yo, what's up? Let's go to the gym. Let's go work out. Come on, I got you for
Yeah.
the next 6 months. Come on. We lifting, we working out, we eating right, we running, we get shots up. Cause then now when we look up and he's in at that get in at them crucial times or get moments in, I'm proud
Right.
that he's doing good because if I wouldn't have did that, people would have just been like, oh yeah, let him stay behind. I'm like, nah, I'm an underdog. I'm an underdog. So
Mm.
I want them to
Mm.
win with me.
That's
So
good.
community is everything.
I love that because you were just like in the village. We leave no child, we leave no athlete, we leave no brother behind. We're gonna
Leave
do this
nobody
together.
behind. Oops.
Yes, I
Yep.
love that, Doctor B. Talk to us because I know the story behind Joker the King, and
Right.
that story is so inspirational. About can you share that with us because you have that same
Right.
philosophy because you're like I'm not leaving a family member behind, and
That's
this
exactly
book
right.
was birthed out of that. Talk to us about that and for us for those who may not know your story behind that.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to. It really it goes along with my legacy house. It all starts at home. When you have a good, strong family unit, you know what support looks like. You're not afraid to
Right,
ask your immediate family for help so that when you get older, you now know what good support is going to look like. You now have practice asking for help. You can now expand your network. And the way Joker the King was born, it was born with my brother's help. I have a younger brother
mm-hmm,
who's 19 years younger than me, and he
mm-hmm,
was struggling. He was struggling in life,
right,
um, lost his job, dropped out of a couple of colleges, and he called
mm-hmm,
me up one Christmas, 2012. He says, I need to move in with you because I have nowhere else to stay. And
mm-hmm.
I was hesitating for a little bit, and he said, I need you to teach me how to be a man because there's something that's not
Wow,
happening in my life.
right,
And nobody ever said that to me before. Nobody ever said, I need you to
mm.
teach me how to be a man.
That's
You know,
powerful.
and I gotta give him a lot of credit because the first step in growth and evolution is recognizing and being self-aware of
Yes,
where you
yes,
are and where you need to be in the future. And he realized where he wasn't working.
mm-hmm,
What he was
mm-hmm. That's
doing was
good.
not working. And that is the first step. And he reached out to somebody who knew he can give that support. The beautiful thing about support, the reason why we need that support
Right.
is not just because somebody might give you a job or might connect you with somebody else. It's because that support circle, that's where you get your affirmation. That's where you get your constructive criticism. That's where you get
Yes.
your your healing when you fall down and you need those
Yes.
wounds dressed.
Yes.
That's where you get those positive words. That's where you get that meal, that warm meal. That support is important because it's holistic. We gotta
Yes.
we got to care for that mind, that body, and that spirit. And that's what that support circle does.
I love that. I love that, definitely, and that's and that's why I think you and My Legacy House, y'all connect so well, because My Legacy House, that's their philosophy. You began at home. Everything
Right.
starts at home. And that's why we didn't leave family members behind. Rocket didn't leave family team members behind. And imagine if we took on that philosophy, took back on that philosophy, because I think we once had it. I think we once had it, and I don't know where we lost it. But taking back on that philosophy and everything. So Britt, I want you and Rocket to share with us this big event that's happening this weekend. And Dr. B, I know you got about 5-7 minutes and everything, but we're going to talk about the event this weekend, have Dr. B share what he's going to be doing this weekend, and we're going to turn it back over to the event. Talk to us, Britt, about this event. I'm so excited. I can't tell you.
I'm very excited. First of all, I'm so excited. You're making me excited, Marty. We're going to be 3 years old this year, and this will be our first in-person fundraising event. We have a perpetual fundraiser that's online, but this will be our first in-person, shake your hand, give a hug, a fundraising event, and it's the My Legacy House first annual domino tournament and game night fundraiser. We are every cent that we raise goes towards paying for mental health services for our participants in our programs in our underserved communities. And so we are going to be having a domino tournament, a 32-player domino tournament going head to head. But I said that I was surrounded, nobody was behind me. Around that will be a huge party, a game night. Entrepreneurs will be coming to set up their booths to have brand exposure. We have a DJ, shout out DJ Fawcett. We've got a caterer, shout out Chef Bly. We've got bartending, because this is an adult event. Bartending from Liquid Ice bartenders. And it's hosted by none other than the immaculate Tammy Mack from KJLH and comedian Donald George. We are having a party in the name of mental health in Glendale, California, in the county of Los Angeles. You go to our website, mylegacyhouse.org, and you have the link to the event. All you gotta do is you can actually enter the promo code if you're going now. The promo code BRIT, BRIT 23, and you get a little discount to come out and party with us in the name of mental health. We have raffles. We have amazing sponsors. Humble Beginnings is a sponsor. Marcel Wellness Center is a sponsor and partner. We partner with the Universal Domino League and Destin Media. We've got so many organizations that are coming out in the name of mental health and entrepreneurship and community and just village, just a village basically. And we're excited. I'm excited. I'm exhausted, but I'm excited. I can't wait to see my shine. And that's essentially what this Saturday is going to be from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Come on out. Yes, I love it. Now, we don't want you to use the discount. We want you to use to pay the full fee, because we know it's going. But if you just have to use the discount.
That's to get in, Marty. That's to get in. When you come, we have raffles. So we're going to be asking for money all night. So just to get in the door, that's cool. But we're going to be asking for money.
all night. Listen, come, bring all your. I'm trying to be nice and say, bring your weed money, bring your shake money. You
can spend it once you get in. You know what I mean? Spend it or we should get in.
Right, we're gonna shake you down.
Try your luck with me if you want. I'm not good at dominoes, but I'm a hell of a Jenga player.
Look, we've done it. We do have regular dominoes. We're also going to be playing spades, Uno, and we have giant Jenga, and we're putting a mental health spin on that, because if you can effectively take a big Jenga block and place it on top, you pull a card. It's a mindfulness card. It's a coping skills card. Read it to the group that's playing Jenga for them to think about. Now, mind you, libations will be flowing, so I understand that after a while it's going to be a mix. But the point is that we're trying.
That's right. I love that. That's so amazing. So Rocket, what you gonna be doing besides trying to shake some folk down for some extra cash?
I'm gonna be out there introducing my brand to people. I haven't got a chance to really get it out there. I've been just trying to putting stuff together. So I'm about to be introducing Humble Beginnings in the collab with
Love
My
it.
Legacy House. Come bring some pieces up there so we can raffle off, and it's gonna be for a good cause. The name
That's
Humble
right.
Beginning, our humble position, share, give
Starting at
back.
home.
All love. You see, that's why the heart is on there. It's all love.
All
All
love,
love.
nothing but love. I love it. Yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
Dr. B, you're going to have your books there. You're going to have your cards there. You're going to have everything there. Talk to us about, and go through a little bit about the concept of the book as well, because I think the concept is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
You know what? I would love to. This book is structured like a deck of cards. So instead of chapter one,
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, you have chapter Ace of Spades, 2 of Spades, 3 of Spades. And you got 52 cards in a deck. You have 52 weeks in a year. The idea is to take each chapter week by week and process that lesson. All of the cards are separated by suit. So you have all the spades, which represent the lessons you need to learn about your emotional, mental health, your mindset, your inner work. Your diamonds, that represents all the lessons you have to learn about finances, like investing
Love it.
and starting a business. The clubs, those are all of the lessons you need to learn that have to do with your way in the world. Your physical health, your cooking, how to travel, how to buy a suit, how to be anti-sexist, the ways in which you interact with society. And then the hearts are all of your relationship lessons, how to find a mentor, how to be the parent your kids need, how to forgive your own parents. All of these lessons
Wow.
are in this book. And on Saturday, on this event, I'm bringing lots of books with me. We're going to give away some books for free, and we're going to give away some of these decks of cards for free as well.
Love that. Love that. Listen, Brit, that's what I'm saying. Your event is going to be so bomb. I'm excited. I'm excited. I got my little T-shirts ready and everything so we can remind them about mental health, that Black men matter in mental health and all that. So this is going to be, again, if you have not heard about it, please go over to mylegacyhouse.com, correct?
Org.
.org, okay? mylegacyhouse.org, and you can find out all the information. Brother Jonathan Davis, I see that you're on the chat there. Listen, we want to make sure, Jonathan, if you're not doing anything, check us out on Saturday. Invite your friends, invite your enemies, invite your cousins, your homeboys, your homegirls. Yes. And Dr. Brown, I know you're about to push out of here and everything. Before you leave, for
Yes.
those who can't make it to this event, I don't understand why you can't make it at this point in time, but just in case they can't make this event, how can they get a hold of you and buy this book and a deck of cards? Because Father's Day is coming in a couple months, and we need to get this to all the fathers and all the sons, all the uncles, all the brothers, everybody. How can we buy this book, and how can we get a hold of you?
Oh my goodness. Really, really easy. You go to joker2king.com. King.com. You will find everything there, the book, the card. Not only that, but we have the Joker to King podcast and YouTube channel. You can have weekly lessons delivered right to your Spotify, your Apple Podcasts, your Amazon Music, and Audible. YouTube. We
Yes.
have
Wow.
this summer, we're going to have the Joker to King workbook and journal to go along with the book.
Love it. Love it.
So
love it.
we are expanding. This Joker to King movement is serious business, y'all.
I love it. That's brilliant. Brilliant. Daryl, can you put up the comment that Jonathan said? Jonathan said he's going to also invite his frenemies to the event. Yeah. So
I love it.
Okay. Sorry, he's not on YouTube, so I saw it on the other one. Yes, but Jonathan's going to do that. Listen, Dr. B, I know you got to go. Thank you so much for coming on and just sharing with us. Can't wait to see you on this coming weekend and everything that's going to happen. Listen, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And give my love to the family. Hello, Mrs. Mitchell. Great show, Dr. B. I have the book and can't wait to get the cards. That's right.
I love
Yes,
that.
this is Mrs. Mitchell, Daryl's mother, who is so good to see you. We're still on the Papados. I don't care what your son says next time I'm in the ATL. You know, Daryl's lying. He keeps me from you. So, Dr. B, I appreciate you. Much love. Be safe, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Love y'all. See y'all Saturday.
All right. Love you too, man. Definitely. So, yes, what else can we expect? Now, I just know this is going to be great. Like I said, I'm excited. What else now, do I need to really, really know how to play dominoes really, really well in order to participate or talk to us?
No, you do not. This is a friendly competition. You are competing for the championship heavyweight belt and trophies. It's nominal. We are getting together for mental health. That is what we're doing.
Yeah.
So you do not need to. The Rocket's over here. We do not
Rocket went dark on it. What happened, Rocket?
you don't have to be. You just need to be able to come out, have fun, count by increments of 5, and be able to just have a good time. We have referees provided by the Universal Domino League. We have got a great tournament director in Mr. Harold Moret Jr., and we've got a great partner in Mr. Desmond Fremont from Destin Media. So we've got a great time, but we've also got great raffle prizes. We've got boxing match tickets sponsored by Team Watson. We've got cigar humidors. We've got cigars that we're giving away. We're selling them for $5 if you want to go sit in our cigar corner. If you like to enjoy that kind of thing.
Not the cigar lounge.
Cigar corner, because it's not really a lounge. But one of our sponsors, Cigar Lounge, and so that's why we wanted to incorporate the cigars.
Nice.
We've got amazing partner, an exclusive sponsor for vodka in Interstate Vodka. Shout out Mr. Damian Jackson as our exclusive sponsor. We've got specialty drinks. We've got so many things. We have got iPod minis that we're raffling off. We've got Beats by Dre AirPods that we're raffling off. So the prizes run the gamut. We're just excited to, get the word out about who we are as an organization and what we care about, what we're fighting for. And so that's what coming out does. So the tournament is really the excuse to get all these people together to count dots and play games and have a party in the name of mental health.
I love that. That's exciting. Now, Rocket. I saw some shoes back there. Are those your shoes? Is that your line of shoes too?
No, these not my line of shoes. I haven't came up with that yet.
I was about to say, Brit. I was going to say, Brit, does Rocket got shoes now? Oh, man, come on now. Rocket.
Listen, don't doubt the Max. I might have some kicks in store. Man, I might have some kicks in store. You're going to have me out here making molds and figuring it out.
Hey, that's what we do. Some Crocs.
You already know.
Yeah, make Croc-ish shoes.
Croc-ish shoes. Yes. This has been absolutely amazing, and Rocket Man, I appreciate you coming on. We asked you at the last minute. I think we just asked you today to jump on, and Brit was like, "I thought you contacted him. I got Rocket's information." So, but man, we appreciate you jumping on and always just down for the cause of helping others and getting this cause out. Yeah, man, we truly appreciate it. Rocket, what we know your role gonna be out there, so we're gonna come out there and get some of your humble beginnings out there. And what else can you say? How has My Legacy House and just the influence of Brit really, I don't want to say just change your life, because you were already community minded, but I'm going to say this: how has it expanded your mindset and expanded your growth process?
It definitely has expanded my mind, because when she first brought up My Legacy House, she was like, "Yeah, we should do it." I'm a big team player, so I'm like, "Yeah, what?
Right,
do it." What you saying? She like,
yeah.
I'm gonna need you to be on. You got 52 weeks in you. I'm like, yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you know. And I'm like, we gonna see because I was at that moment in my life where I was like, doors are opening for you. Start saying yes
Right,
more.
right,
Start
right.
saying yes more. Doors are opening for you. It's just going
That's
to lead you
good.
into the right direction. So I was in that moment of my life. So I was like, you know what? Yeah. And then ever since then, I've just been the the community has been getting bigger. I've been running into more people.
It
I've been noticing
has.
that we got a lot of people in common. Like it's crazy that we've never met each other until
Right,
then, but we have so many people in common. Like low key, like I maybe even seen her before. Like I know I've seen her mom and dad before and never knew that it was them.
right,
So it was just
right.
like that was just something I was just like, man. And then ever since then, it's just made me be more so willing to take chances, to meet,
Love
to
that.
greet, to show up. People need, to, yeah, I got you. I'll be there. I can do this. I can do this because I know. Got to give my gift away first. I'm gonna give
I
my
love
gift
that.
away for me to get blessed for it. So I just really appreciate Brit and everything, and she assists to me, and we like this. So
Yeah,
everybody that
yeah.
I encounter with her, I tend to have a good rapport with them. Like Papa PJ,
Mm.
man, my dude. Even just running into you, meeting you in person,
Yeah,
I was just like, hey, Marty, man. Even when you first came on, I was just like, yo, I need to go check him out. Cause I for sure need to go get some therapy from him. I just like the way he even go about it. So then meeting you in person, I'm just like, yo, this is the community that
yeah.
I would love. So I'm glad I got
I
opportunity here.
agree. Likewise, and I love that the power of yes, because oftentimes, especially as we as black men, and I love that a lot of your focus, Rocket, is on black men because we don't have these safe spaces, these man caves where we can just say,
Yeah.
bro, I'm struggling. Bro, I want to say
Mhm.
yes, but we got our quote unquote image we got to uphold or all those things. I can't let them see I'm weak and that type of thing, or that I need help. But I love your the power of yes and how many doors have opened just because you said one word, and that was yes. Saying yes to Brit, and then how many other doors it's opened up to you. Amazing. And I think, Brit, that's your philosophy too, really. The power of yes. What has saying yes done to expose even my legacy house and open up doors for you as well?
Well, I don't believe in no, and I often joke with my
Ooh,
parents. I would say, you guys never told us no. They never told us no growing up. It was always,
wow.
oh, let's see if we can make it happen. And if it just cannot happen, we'll try and
Wow.
try. Until there are no other ways for us to turn. So no has never really been in my vocabulary. I don't even accept no from our authority figures, child. But but I I think that stubbornness has turned into steadfastness and perseverance as it's matured,
That's good.
and enabled me to show other people that they are capable. And when they remind me that something that I did or said made them believe that, then I'm like, oh, it makes me believe in myself more, and it makes me want to sow into not only myself but my community more, to find the underdog, like Rocket said, and to really breathe life into them, because you never know,
Yes.
somebody, even if you by just saying yes. And so you don't know that you're saving
Yes.
life by just saying yes. So because I don't believe in no, that means all there is yes. And so that all there is saving and helping, because when I save them, I save myself.
Love that. Love that. That's amazing. Just the power of yes and that. So we're about wrapping up our time, but before we go, Rocket, how can we follow you? How do people get a hold of you? I can't believe anyone who's going to listen to this podcast and this show that they will not be at the event on this coming Saturday. I just don't even see how they could not be there unless they're on the East Coast. But anyone in Southern California or even Las Vegas should be able to get here in no time. But Rocket, how do we follow you, and how can we get a hold of your humble beginnings merchandise?
All right, so right now my Instagram is really rocket REALLY_rocket 2 T's. My clothing line, I'm still putting together the website is going to be on Instagram based, but I'm getting everything
Yes.
together. So I am doing special orders where if you DM me and there's certain looks that I've posted, and I am planning on posting looks so people can have an idea of what it is that I'm having, and I will be bringing
Yes.
some looks to the domino tournament, so you guys will get a chance to some exclusive stuff there. And that's how you can get in contact with me. Really rock it on Instagram, and or when you see me in person, come up to me, show me some
That's
love,
right.
show me how many teeth people got. If you got 4 teeth in your mouth, show them to me. Listen, it don't matter.
Hey,
Say,
man.
hey, what's up, man? I seen you, and I'm gonna say, I know you. Hey, what's up? You know, it's gonna be all embrace. You know, I'm goofy like that, so I'm gonna embrace you.
We always teasing. All you see is teeth when me and Rocket are on live because all we get is big old smiles. They're like, oh,
hey, if you don't know how to approach me, come up to me and smile.
And just smile.
I'm gonna just be like, we gonna be there teasing like, what's going on? I don't know, but hey, we good.
I love it, man. Yeah, because Black men, we do smile. We we are bigger than just, I believe that society says that we have 4 emotions that Black men can have. You can be the angry Black man. You can be the entertaining Black man, whether it's in sports or in music and rap. You can be the sexualized Black man, or you can be the Black buffoon. But we are so much bigger and more than that, and we do smile in life. Miss Brit, how can we go ahead, Rocket?
No, I said that's crazy that you say that because I didn't like to smile. I used to sit there and be like, people used to always see me and be like, you're intimidating. But then once we speak to you and we see your smile, why don't you lead with that? And I was just like, now this is what you get. You're going to get all of these white joints. Yeah, I don't go to the dentist and brush these joints and keep these mugs clean for nothing. You're going to see these. You're going to see all of these.
Hey, man, Rocket. Show it to them. Show them. But Brit, once again, for those in the back of the building who just did not hear how to purchase the tickets and everything, and how do we follow you, give us your information one more time, because and the time and date, so we can be a part of this great event on this coming Saturday.
Absolutely. So April 1st is the date. April 1st in Los Angeles County in Glendale, 6 to 10 p.m. Go to our website at mylegacyhouse.org. And right as soon as you get on the landing page, you'll see a link to register. Once you get to the registration page, I would love it if you play dominoes, but you can be a general attendee where you're not playing. That's a different price point because we have to register and get, we have all these different things that we need to pay for. But you enter in the code BRIT, BRIT 23. And you'll get a discount from watching Marty's show. But that's how you get in touch with us, is through our website, or follow us on Instagram at my_legacyhouse_LA, and follow us on Monday nights when we go live.
Love that. And Lorenzo said he's on the way to the venue right tonight, so he's heading over there. So I know. I cannot thank both of you enough for coming and joining on just to share and just really about the great work that you are doing. I just want to encourage you both, keep doing what you're doing. Together, we're going to make a difference in so many people's lives, and I just can't wait. I'm going to be supporting my humble beginnings wear and everything, and then we're going to make this happen, and definitely continuing to be with My Legacy House, because you guys it does start at home, and I appreciate that, because we all know what home is like, and home is just that place of support. Home is that place where I can be me and I'm loved unconditionally. Definitely. So again, y'all, we thank you for joining us on this episode of Mental Health Marty with none other than the Rocket Man himself. We're going to get Rocket Man some theme music, and the beautiful Brit from My Legacy House. Shout out to Lorenzo. And we also want to thank Dr. Brown, great author of the book Joker to King. Now, we never want to leave you without any resources. If you are having any mental health difficulties or whatever, we want you to check out these. If you're experiencing any type of crisis, you can type crises to 741-741. You can also go to Psychology Today, Therapy for Black Men, Good Therapy, and also MarcelConsulting.com. mentalhealthmarty.com. And if you're in crisis, the new mental health helpline at 988, because we want to make sure you have the resources to get the help that you need. But please also check out our website at mentalhealthmarty.com. There you can find some great mental health merchandise to support you along your mental health journey. We have the journal where you can just write and take down some notes, the Stop the Stinking Thinking journal. We have that there for you, as well as Black Mental Health Matters. In other words, Black Men Matter. And we have that in the t-shirt and the hoodie. I've been rocking my hoodie because it's been cold, y'all. And there's other merchandise out there too that we want you to be a part of. Join us next Tuesday where we have none other than one of my favorite shows, Hot Topics with Dr. Margarita Story, Bishop Sean Stewart, and my brother from the same mother, my brother Rob Sellers, as we come on in and just talk about everything and that's happening in the Black community. But in this journey called life, we don't want you to continue to secretly suffer in silence in the shadow of shame, but we want you to speak up, speak out, and always live. And remember to enjoy your best life. We're going to see you at the Domino's tournament on this coming Saturday. And remember, make it a good one. We'll see you next week. God bless.